guys, it's Abby. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a first impressions and review on the Tarte Toasted palette. I really wanted the Tarte in Bloom palette for a while and I never ended up getting it. But then when I got the email about this palette, I saw it and I knew I had to have it. I didn't go and get it right away because I decided that I didn't need another palette, but I kept thinking about it and I kept wanting it and I kept seeing emails and people using it and I just couldn't resist, so I did get it, obviously. So I'm going to do a review on this gorgeous palette right here and give my first impressions while I was creating this look right here. But if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and to subscribe so you can check out my other videos when I upload. And other than that, let's just hop right on into the video. Okay, so for today's video, I'm not going to be doing a full face because I just want to focus on the palette itself. I've done this in a few other videos where I've done a first impression on a palette. I just do the eyes so I can focus on that rather than other products to distract from the whole point of the video. Now here is what the palette looks like. It is super pretty. It has obviously flames because it's toasted, but it kind of reminds me of like, not cheetah print, but just kind of like the idea of cheetah print, I guess. And then just gold words, Tarte Toasted Tarte. And then on the back it has like the net weight and all of that stuff. And the whole palette is pretty good quality. It's like a hard plastic and it's nice and compact and it snaps closed. The packaging for this is just really good quality, and there is also a giant mirror in here. I'm not gonna like show it too much because I don't want to like blind everybody with the ring light, but here are the shades. It might be kind of hard to see because like once again ring light and it bounces off the gold and it's kind of blinding. But here are the shades. They are absolutely stunning. My mom like rolled her eyes when I got this because it has warm shades and I have so many palettes of warm shades, but I feel like every palette with warm shades is different in a way and I still need all of them. So I had to get this and it smells really good. It smells like marshmallows, I think. Maybe it's supposed to smell like toasted marshmallows. Possibly. I don't know, maybe that wasn't intentional, but it smells like marshmallows, like toasted marshmallows. But yeah, these shades are gorgeous. There are 4 shimmery shades, plus one shade right here. It's like a matte, but it has a little bit of glitter in it. And then there are 7 matte shades. So to start off, I'm going to be doing the same thing that I do in every video as in terms of priming. So I'm going to be taking my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and applying a couple dots to the lid. I may go in with more. And then I'm taking a damp beauty blender and just blending that out. Okay, I also say this in every video that I do a first impressions of a palette, but I don't show this on camera usually. I always set my concealer on my eyelid with my Cody Loose Airspun powder, so I'm going to do that now, once again to keep the same routine that I'm used to. So thankfully my new Morphe blending brushes got here in the mail yesterday just in time for this video, so I don't have to wash my other ones. So I'm going to be using the Morphe M441 brush. I think I'm going to trying to like not blind everybody, but I'm going to be dipping into the shade, go into the shade S'more right here. I'm just going to apply this to the crease and start blending, and I'm going to be blending it upwards towards the eyebrow. Ooh, this shade is like a little bit shimmery, so I'm not going to go too intense with this then. I didn't really realize it in the palette, but there's a little bit of shimmer to the shade. And when I just tapped that off, I don't know if you just saw that, but there was like a decent amount that kind of came off. So next I'm going to be going in with this shade right here called Cashmere. And I'm also going to be applying this to the crease. And I'll also be blending this towards my eyebrow. These shades so far are blending pretty nicely. I'm not having any problem with them. Obviously I've only tried 2 shades, but so far, like I said, they're blending pretty nicely and they're pretty decently pigmented. I really like this shade Cashmere. It's a really gorgeous and like neutral orange. Now I think I will be going into the shade right here called Latte. There was a little bit of kickback with that one. And I'm going to be applying this to the crease and not blending it towards the eyebrow, just directly to the crease. Next I'm going to be going into the shade Warmth, and ooh, there was kickback with that one too. But I'm just going to be applying this to the lid. I'm not going to be doing too much. I just want to set down like a base lid shade. And then once there's no more product on your brush, like you can tap it off and there's nothing, then I'm going to just blend to make sure there's no harsh lines. I'm going to go into the shade Cozy right here, and I'm going to apply that to the lid as well, but I'm going to put the majority of it on the outer corner. So I'm just going to do one nice layer on the lid. And to blend this, you can see that this side is the side that I used to apply that, and this side is relatively clean. I'm just going to look straight ahead and blend it like that because I don't want to bring that up too high. And if I use the dirty side to blend it where it is in my crease, then I may accidentally blend it too high and then essentially kind of mess up the whole look. Now I'm going to be taking a smaller brush. I'm going to be taking the Morphe M506 brush and going into the shade Fireside. And I'm going to be applying this to the outer corner. The reason why I grabbed this brush is because I want a smaller brush to make it more precise. So I'm just going to apply that to the outer corner, and then once I do so, I'm actually going to blend it towards the center. But I don't want it to be too much, so a smaller brush is better for this step. Otherwise you risk the chance of adding too much or blending up more than you intend to. Okay, so now that we've done that, I just like roughly applied it, so it looks kind of like a mess, but bear with me. I'm going to be taking this brush right here and taking just the tiniest, and I mean tiniest bit of the shade Latte, and I'm going to be using that to blend out this darker shade. And I switched to the Morphe M441 brush. I don't know if I mentioned that, because that has the oranges, which will help to blend this out. And I'm just going to look straight ahead again when I do this. Now I'm going to do the same step again with the Morphe M506 brush and the shade Fireside. And I'm just going to keep repeating the applying and blending with the M441 just to deepen it up to how much I like. But the reason why I'm not doing it as deep as I want it to all at once is because I want to build up to make the blending out process easier. So like I said, I just added more, and then I am going to go back into Latte and blend.
That's good.
Okay, so next I'm going to be going in with the shade Simmer, and I'm going to be doing a half cut crease. But today I think I'm going to skip the concealer and see how it goes. So I'm just going to use this little brush right here and pick it up. And I'll just apply it. I may need to use a little bit of Fix Plus. So what I'm going to do is I'll pick up shade first and then spray, and then I'll apply it. Oh yeah, that goes on a lot nicer. Now I am going to be dipping into the shade Cozy, and I'm just going to be blending it over the top of the shade we just applied so it blends together more and isn't such a harsh line. Okay, so I'm going to go off camera and I will do the same thing to the other eye, and then I'm going to be applying Lily Lashes in the shade, I'm going to be applying Lily Lashes in the style Miami, and then I'll come back for the lower lash line after I finish the rest of my face. Okay, so now for the lower lash line, I'm going to be going in with the shade called Warmth right here. And I'm taking this on a Morphe M149 brush, and I'm going to be applying it to the outer corner of the lower lash line. Then I'm going to go into the shade Cozy and put that in the very outer corner, just to deepen it up, but not too much. And then for the inner corner highlight, I'm going to be taking the shade Candle right here, and I'm going to spray it with Fix Plus. Then I'm going to be spraying my whole face with Fix Plus. I also have this little sample of the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray, and I'm just going to spray that and try it out. I've never used this before. Oh, it's like a really fine mist. Maybe this one's broken. That's interesting. I don't know if it's supposed to do that, but... And then I'm going to quick apply this ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip in the shade Femme. And then I will talk about how I liked the palette. Okay, so my final first impressions on this palette is that I love it. Like I mentioned in the beginning, the packaging is really sturdy. And I mean, besides product, obviously the quality of the product is the main part, but the packaging for me is also a huge deal. It just won't be like as enjoyable for me. I don't know why, it's just really weird. Packaging is really important to me. If there's ugly packaging, if there's really bad quality packaging, it just really like gets to me, which is like such a weird thing. I mean, the makeup's the main point, but the packaging for me is a big deal too. But like I said, yeah, I like the packaging for this. I give this a 10 out of 10. It's really sturdy, but it's also really cute. And I also love the giant mirror that is inside here. As for the shadows themselves, if you've ever watched my videos, you know I'm obsessed with warm tones. These shades are gorgeous. And in this look, I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the 7 of the 12 shades. I believe that's 12 if I'm wrong, then, because I'm not good at math. But 7 of the 12 shades I used, and I was happy with all of them. There was a little kickback in 2 of the shades, but obviously like that doesn't matter to me very much. There was no fallout whatsoever, which is really good. Either way, I do my makeup second after I do my eye, because in case there is fallout. So fallout doesn't matter that much to me. But the shades are gorgeous and they blended out super well. I had no problems with them whatsoever. It smells really good. I mentioned that in the beginning too, but I love palettes that smell good. I don't like it when it has like too strong of a scent, but this is just like a nice subtle marshmallow scent and I really like it. So I'm really happy with this palette and I'm really glad I decided on getting it. It has a really good mix of both shimmer and matte shades, and the whole palette altogether worked very well for me. But that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!